Okay, guys, so I figured I'd talk about this vintage replica of Yak Face. Just a little brief history. I'm assuming if you're watching this, you know what this is. If you don't, though, in the original vintage Star Wars figures, the last 18 figures were the power of the Force. And they're generally the most expensive, with few exceptions. But Yak Face here was never sold in the United States. It was Canada and Europe only. I don't really know why. Sure, there's people out there that do, but yeah, he is one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive, other than like a rare variation, blah blah blah, vinyl Cape Jawa, something like that, of the original Star Wars line. As of this recording, they're so rare, they're not even on eBay. The last one I saw on eBay, the asking price for it was $13,000. This is just out of most people's ranges to even obtain this figure. Loose ones with the staff or the coin or whatever range between 800 and 1,000, if not a little more if it's graded. It's a very expensive figure. So basically what I have here is obviously not real, it is a replica by Smith Lord. Let me just make sure I'm getting that right. Yes, Smith Lord Creations. Basically, what he has made is an exact copy of the coin version. There's also a tri-logo Return of Jedi version. This is the coin version of Yak Face. It is, the details are really, to the naked eye, pretty much indistinguishable. Now, there is one difference in this carding. And there it is. Smith Lord Creations. That, as far as I can tell, is the only thing distinguishing this from the real one. And I know the loose figure, which I'm not opening, you could buy, he sells them loose for a little cheaper. There's no copyright on the figure. Other than that, it's like I said, it's cool. It's something. It's a grail piece. As a Star Wars collector, I'm not like a crazy vintage collector. I have a decent amount of vintage figures, but I don't have a complete collection, obviously, and I'm not even attempting it. I get them when they're cheap. But as a Star Wars collector, as an adult, Star Wars is like the first thing I really got into as far as like collecting goes. Not just buying toys to play with. I actually just have them in my collection. I heard of Yak Face pretty early on, and I was like, oh man, that's something I'll never get. And I'm sure when I was collecting in the 90s, it was probably going for significantly less than it's going for now. Now it's just astronomical, and to even get one in this condition, I would say is virtually impossible. I'm sure they're out there, but to get one in this crisp, prime, flawless condition, I think it would probably run you more than 13,000 if it was graded. The one I saw on eBay was not even graded as far as I could tell. Granted, it was an asking price, not a sold price, but I couldn't even find a sold listing. That's how rare the carded versions have come. Because who would have kept, that's why these vintage Star Wars figures are worth so much money. Nobody kept these in the package, let alone this, character from Jabba's palace who was barely in the movie, saw him for like a hot minute in Europe and Canada. The ones that were bought, I'm sure, were opened immediately. So that's why this thing just goes for so much money for the fanatics out there. Sorry. This, like I said, to me, this is the holy grail of just single carded figures, if possibly not the entire vintage Star Wars collection. There's the back. It's now, I was going to get to the controversy. I'm ranting a little bit here. There's some people that are just against this. I could see two reasons why they're against it. One is, quite simply, if you're, I guess, don't do your research, you could resell them. The guy who's selling them is not trying to fool anybody. He's telling you what it is. However, somebody could open this or even somehow just get rid of this Smith Lord Creations and sell this as the real thing. And it's not. It's not the real thing. So I could see that. And I don't know how many collectors feel this way, but I can see it that this kind of thing kind of ruins the integrity of the original. You know, it's like it muddies the water and makes the original less special. I get that. I really do. And clearly this is not licensed, obviously. It's done, you know, I'll use the term illegal, I guess. So that I understand all those points, and I totally get it. I just think for something this expensive and as much of a grail, for me, this is for my personal collection. I'm hanging this up. I'm never going to sell it. More than likely, never going to sell it. And if I do, I will sell it for what it is, a replica. But as of now, I just wanted it. I put it where I sit. I can look at it, and it just looks cool. It looks like something that I would never actually be able to own, and now I do. And honestly, if I got the real one and I hung it up, would it be that much of a difference for me? Like, I know this isn't the real one, but it looks the same. It is what it is. But anyway, I figured I'd show this off, give my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.